The No Kings Rally, a comprehensive overview, background, and origins. The No Kings Rally is part of a broader resistance movement in the United States, known as the 50,501 movement, launched in response to what critics describe as increasing authoritarianism under President Donald Trump's leadership during his second term in office. The rally emerged as a symbolic and direct action against the perceived erosion of democratic institutions and constitutional norms in the U.S. The name No Kings was chosen to express clear opposition to authoritarian or monarchical behavior, referencing the founding American principle that rejects monarchy and promotes governance by the people. The movement gained significant traction in early 2025, following a series of controversial moves by the administration, including increased executive overreach, disregard for judicial orders, expanded surveillance, and the militarization of federal agencies. The rally date and symbolism. The No Kings Rally was scheduled for June 14, 2025. This date held symbolic importance for multiple reasons. 1. It is President Trump's birthday, his 79th. 2. It marks the 250th anniversary of the United States Army. 3. It is also Flag Day in the U.S. Critics argued that the choice to hold a large-scale military parade and celebration on this date was an attempt to equate Trump with the legacy of American patriotism and military strength, potentially reinforcing a cult of personality. In response, the No Kings Rally organizers declared the date a national day of defiance. Organizers and core goals: the movement is led by a decentralized network of grassroots organizers, civil rights advocates, and concerned citizens operating under the banner of the 50,501 movement. Key goals of the rally include asserting the supremacy of constitutional democracy over authoritarianism, demanding adherence to the rule of law and judicial oversight, opposing militarized celebrations of political figures, promoting nonviolent civic action, uniting Americans across the political spectrum who are committed to preserving democratic governance. Protest guidelines organizers emphasized a strict commitment to nonviolence and civil discipline. Participants were strongly encouraged to leave weapons at home, remain peaceful and avoid confrontations, use de-escalation strategies during tense moments, participate in permitted marches and events, wear symbolic attire including purple armbands and signs reading No Kings. The massive mobilization effort included digital toolkits, legal resources, and training sessions on protest rights and nonviolent tactics. Scope and scale. The No Kings Rally quickly became one of the largest single-day protest efforts in U.S. history. Some key numbers: over 5 million participants, more than 2,000 events held nationwide. Protests occurred in all 50 U.S. states. Major cities with high turnout included Los Angeles, San Francisco, Philadelphia, San Antonio, and New York City. Smaller towns and rural communities also saw robust participation. The rally also extended internationally with solidarity events in Canada, Mexico, the United Kingdom, Australia, Germany, and Japan. U.S. expatriates and allied foreign citizens participated in events branded No Dictators Day or Democracy Solidarity Marches. Message and media coverage. No Kings messages were amplified by prominent activists, musicians, and some political leaders. Protesters carried signs with slogans such as "Liberty, not loyalty," "No man above the law," "Democracy dies in obedience," "We the people say no kings." Media coverage was extensive, with major outlets reporting on the scale of participation, the diversity of demonstrators, and the political implications of such broad-based opposition to the sitting administration. Independent media and social platforms also played a large role in live streaming events and spreading the message globally. Notable incidents. Although the vast majority of protests were peaceful, a few serious incidents occurred. In Salt Lake City, Utah, a protester brought a rifle to an event. During a confrontation with peacekeepers, a bystander was fatally shot. In California, a vehicle drove into a group of marchers, causing injuries. In Arizona, a protest location was evacuated due to a gun threat. These incidents were condemned by organizers and used to reinforce the importance of disarmament and peaceful action. Government response. The federal government issued warnings about potential unrest ahead of the rally. While the Trump administration dismissed the protests as partisan and illegitimate, some state and local officials expressed support for demonstrators' rights to gather peacefully. Law enforcement agencies in major cities coordinated with organizers to ensure safety and reduce the potential for conflict. In some areas, local police joined in community vigils or lowered their presence to avoid escalation. Legacy and ongoing impact. The No Kings rally was more than a one-day event. It catalyzed a broader movement for democratic renewal. Following the rally, many local groups formed alliances to push for electoral reforms, voter protections, and civic education campaigns. The movement continues to organize under the 50,501 umbrella, focusing on community action and watchdog journalism, legal challenges to unconstitutional policies, voter mobilization and registration, countering disinformation. Conclusion. The No Kings rally represents a major moment in modern U.S. protest history. It reflects a growing awareness and concern among citizens about the fragility of democracy and the need for sustained civic engagement. Though triggered by specific policies and events under one administration, its message extends beyond partisan politics. No leader should be above the law, and the people must remain vigilant in defense of their freedoms.